Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Saturday. We got 8 matchups on this NBA slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. You guys know if you guys like betting on NBA player props, go ahead and sign up with ParlayPlay. Get 5 free entries when you guys sign up, so go ahead and hop in there and take advantage. And yeah, we'll hop into it. Pretty busy slate today. We got 8 matchups, starting with the San Antonio Spurs versus the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans opening up as a 5-point home favorite with the over-under at 234. The last 10 head-to-head, Spurs 8-2, 8-2 covering the spread. The overs hit in 3 out of the last 10 matchups. No Lonnie Walker or Langford for the Spurs. I do see Brandon Ingram is questionable, so be sure to check his status. San Antonio, 5-5 in their last 10. They did just lose to the Pelicans a couple games ago, 91-124. Pelicans, 4-6 in their last 10. Spurs, 6-0 on the road against the Pelicans, 7-1 covering against the Pelicans. Yeah, I know Pelicans won by a good bit in the last matchup here, but I just think 5 points is too much here. A second time, a couple days later, I think Spurs can most definitely cover, even win on the road here. As long as DeJounte Murray's playing, I'm still okay with the Spurs +5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Sacramento Kings versus the Orlando Magic. The Magic opening up as a 3-point home favorite with the over-under at 224. The last 10 head-to-head, Sacramento is 7-3. 7-3 covering the spread. The overs hit in 6 out of the last 10 matchups. Still no Sabonis. Fox is out as well. Sacramento just 3-7 in their last 10. Orlando 4-6 in their last 10. Sacramento just 4-16 on the road. The Magic 1-4 covering in their last 5. Coming off a bad loss against the Thunder. Not in love with this matchup here. It's tough to bet on the Kings, no Sabonis or Fox. It really is. And really staying away from this matchup here. I just don't see anything fun coming out of this one. I'm going to take a shot at the Magic at home. Getting Wendell Carter back. No Jalen Suggs, but at least they have some weapons to just maybe sneak out a win at home here. I just don't trust the Kings with all those injuries. Give me the Magic at home. Next matchup, we have the Indiana Pacers versus the Toronto Raptors. Toronto opening up as a 10-point home favorite with the over-under at 227. The last 10 head-to-head, Toronto 6-4. 6-4 covering the spread. The overs hit in 7 out of the last 10 matchups. I do see Malcolm Brogdon is probable, which is a good sign for the Pacers. Indiana just 3-7 in their last 10. Toronto 7-3 in their last 10. Pacers just 1-12 on the road against Toronto. Toronto 7-2 covering the spread, 12-1 at home against the Pacers. I like the Raptors at home here. Not in love with the 10-point spread. But the Pacers, coming off a 30-point loss against Toronto. Or against Memphis. We're going to see what happens here. Definitely taking the Raptors at home, but be cautious with that 10-point spread. Next matchup, we have the Brooklyn Nets versus the Miami Heat. The Nets opening up as 2.5-point road favorites with the over-under at 227. The last 3 head-to-head, Miami is 3-0. 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. I do see Dragic and Curry are good to go for the Nets, which is a good sign. Brooklyn 6-4 in their last 10. Miami 5-5 in their last 10. Miami on a 3-game losing streak. They've kind of been struggling a bit right now. Brooklyn, just 1-4 on the road against Miami, where they've struggled a little bit. But Miami just 0-6 covering the spread right now. 0-5 covering at home. Covering at home and their spread. Miami's just been kind of horrible in that department. And on a 3-game losing streak here, I like Brooklyn getting some people back. Kyrie's and Dragic and Curry. I really like that. And I'm going to take the Nets at home, or the Nets on the road here. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Bulls versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs opening up as a 1-point home favorite with the over-under at 220.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Chicago 6-4, 5-5 covering the spread. The overs hit in 5 out of the last 10 matchups. I do see DeRozan and Caruso are probable, which is a good sign. Chicago just 3-7 in their last 10. They did beat Cleveland by 10 in their last matchup. Cleveland 5-5 in their last 10. Cleveland on a 2-game losing streak here. Bulls also on a 2-game losing streak. Chicago, just 2-11 covering the spread. 0-9 covering on the road right now. Cleveland coming off that, kind of 2 bad losses against Toronto and the Lakers. Chicago coming off some bad losses as well, but I kind of like the Bulls money line on the road here. Getting Caruso back, could definitely help them a lot here. Both teams on a losing streak in a pretty much a pick'em scenario here. Give me the Bulls money line on the road. All right, next matchup, we have the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies opening up as 2-point home favorites with the over-under at... Actually, as I'm recording, I currently can't find the over-under anywhere. So, I'm sure that'll come out later, so be sure to find that. Kind of weird. But Milwaukee, the last 10 head-to-head, they are 6-4, 5-5 covering the spread. The overs hit in 7 out of the last 10 matchups. I do see Jrue Holiday is out. Middleton is probable. And then Giannis is questionable. John Morant, going to be out for a little bit. No Clark. Milwaukee, 8-2 in their last 10. Memphis also 8-2 in their last 10. Both teams playing good here. Milwaukee 8-2 covering the spread, 7-3 covering on the road. Memphis 6-0 at home right now. Be sure to check Giannis' status here. If Giannis ends up being out, I'm taking the Grizzlies at home. But if Giannis does play, him and Middleton, playing, give me Milwaukee +2 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Denver Nuggets. Denver opening up as 14-point home favorites with the over-under at 226.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Denver 7-3, 5-5 covering the spread. The overs hit in 5 out of the last 10 matchups. OKC 1-9 in their last 10, coming off a big win over Orlando. Denver 5-5 in their last 10, coming off a 10-point loss against Phoenix. OKC, surprisingly, they're 5-0 covering the spread right now. They are just 3-12 against Denver. Definitely like Denver at home. The 14 points, not in love with. OKC's been covering the spread here during their little run. Definitely rolling with Denver for your money line parlays, but be very cautious with that spread. I think Thunder could probably cover that 14-point spread on the road. Then the last matchup, we have the Houston Rockets versus the Portland Trail Blazers. Houston opening up as 4.5-point road favorites with the over-under at 232. The last 3 head-to-head, Portland is 2-1, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. These teams are coming off a back-to-back of playing each other. Houston winning that matchup 125-106. An ugly matchup here. A lot of ugly matchups in this slate here. Houston 1-11 on the road. Portland 1-4 covering at home right now. These did just play each other. Houston beat them pretty good. I gotta take Houston again. Nothing's really changing for Portland. Same beat up roster. I'm just not in love with this game here. I'm not in love with the spread at all. Even though Houston beat them bad, I feel like either team could win this one. But I'm going to take Houston just because they did beat them good in the last matchup, and nothing's changed in a day or two. Give me your Rockets on the road. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.